What is up, all you try-hard gamers? I am out there in space again, working on a brand new build, one separate from the Mamba that I just released, and it is the Federal Gunship. So we're going to head off to Muang. I believe that's how you say that. Muang or Muang or whatever the hell. We're gonna try and get these beam lasers engineered. Haven't decided exactly what I want to do yet, whether I want to do thermal conduit. That sounds interesting. I know for sure I'm gonna go for long range on the beams, but we're gonna look at some of the options there for the beam lasers, because I've been working for about a month on a good laser build and just have not been able to come up with anything. I tried pulse lasers, rapid fire. Those are not everything they're cracked up to be. They just do not close in enough damage on the hull, which sucks because I love pulse lasers. So we'll see what we can come up with here. Let's see, what do we got? About 10 jumps? Ugh. Jesus. But yeah, so I'm hoping I can come up with a good beam build. There are not too many of those out there. I know back in 2016, 2018, something like that, rapid fire pulse lasers were all the rage, and that's what basically everyone was doing. But I think they nerfed it, which sucks, because if you see some of the videos on YouTube of those pulse laser builds, they're just amazing. They are really efficient, they get the job done, and they take the hull down, which is the main problem with these beam builds. They usually have no problem taking out the shields, obviously, because they're thermal, right? But you just can't close in enough damage on the hull. And I was just, before I started streaming, I was messing with a burst beam build, and again I was having the same exact problem. I do know for the burst builds there is an inertial impact that you can put on them that shreds holes, but the problem with that is that there's like 2 degrees of jitter on it, which is fucking insane, and I don't want to have to be like right up on my target in order to do damage to the hull. I mean, that was the point of doing the shotgun builds, right, for the Mamba and for the Shredder. We've already done that. We've already come up with the builds where we have to be close up to the enemy in order to do a decent amount of damage. What we want right now is a good sustainable build that we can do combat zones with, that we can do hazardous resource extraction sites, and finally not have to worry about synthesizing our ammo, right? Because that was always a thing. A lot of my builds, if you go back through my videos, that's what you see. You see a lot of ballistic builds, a lot of kinetic builds. It's either fragment cannons or multi-cannons or seeker missiles, and we're moving on to something new here. If I can come up with some sort of viable laser build, I will be extremely happy. Extremely happy. But the list is running low. I've tried pulse lasers, burst lasers. I've even done a beam laser one, but I wasn't too satisfied with how that one turned out. I don't know if it was due to the ship that I was using or the fact that it was overcharged with thermal conduit and not long range. I don't know, but we're about to find out. If any of you are running all laser beams, by the way, I'd like to hear your comments on what you're running as well. I know I've gotten some interesting interactions from some of you in the comments and in the live chat talking about your builds and your ships and the type of stuff that you're doing. Would love to hear what you're running, and if you have successfully run an all laser build. Would love to hear that. Yeah, Ellen, I was thinking about doing thermal vent. The only thing though is that so I run mostly PvE and not PvP, and I'm not exactly sure what the payoff of thermal vent would be in PvE, unless you're running like shield cell banks. I don't know. I may give it a shot. We'll see. We'll see if that works. Yeah, that's always been a big problem, especially for the Dooku build that I have. The number one problem with that was distributor draw for sure. I mean, it did a shit ton of damage, but my god, you could only fire it for like 0.5 seconds or 1 second or 1.5 seconds before it would completely drop. So, I mean, that build was mediocre at best. I probably should not even have released that for a video because it had so many problems. I had to stack AFMs just to make it sustainable because I was burning through my modules so quickly, right? It's been a while since I've done a build with this ship. When I first started Elite Dangerous, the Federal ships were my favorite. Were absolutely my favorite. The first Federal ship I ever got was the dropship, obviously, and I loved it. I loved how it drifted. I loved how it flew. I loved everything about it until I tried the other ships. So I'm sort of like coming back to them to sort of give them another shot. I've tried just about every ship in the game aside from the cutter. I just have not been able to spend enough time to grind out the rep to do that. And I'm not even sure if I want to be honest with you. I'm not even sure if it's worth it. I mean, the ships that I like flying, if you guys watch my videos at all, I love flying the agile ships, and while the gunship, which is what I'm running right now, is not necessarily amazingly agile, it's way more agile than what the cutter would be. Partially due to the fact that this is a medium ship and the cutter is a space brick, basically. I even flew the Type 10 there for a while and tried to make it work, and I was like, nah, this just isn't for me. It's a lot of firepower, but it's not worth it at all. See how close we are. 2 jumps, we're not too far away. That wasn't that bad. Something different I'm doing on this build as well as I'm running fixed rather than gimbaled. I've been wanting to give fixed a shot. I love gimbaled because of its sustained damage, but I really want to make this thing a heavy hitter. I want to make it sustainable as possible and as heavy as possible as far as being able to hit really, really hard. It seems like finding that balance in Elite Dangerous is always a challenge. That was the problem that I came up with the Clipper, which is my favorite ship in the game. My god, could that ship destroy in 2 or 3 shots. But as far as it being a sustainable ship in long engagements, it's just not there. It's way too squishy. Way too squishy. And I want to be able to farm conflict zones, and the only way to do that, I mean, you could take a glass cannon in there for sure, but the best way to do that is to have a sustainable build, sustainable ship, and to have all your P's and Q's in order as far as your build. You definitely do not want to do experimental upgrades and shit like that in a conflict zone. Alright, let's head where we need to head. Yeah, Alan, I've got dirty drive tuning on this thing. This thing, it moves really well. And the way that I have my pip set up, I'm able to pretty much boost when I want to. I wouldn't be doing fixed otherwise. I mean, hell, I did fixed on an Anaconda and was still hitting targets. So if I could do it on an Anaconda, I could definitely do it on the gunship for sure. Might just have to do 2 loops of shame here. It's good to see people are back watching the live stream after my hiatus from Elite Dangerous. I wasn't exactly sure whether the interest in the game on this channel was going to drop off or not. I just had to take a break. I'd been playing Elite Dangerous for months and months on end without much of a break, so I was trying out other games and was playing Farming Simulator 19, GTA 5, Overwatch, of course, because that's always a staple. I love me some Overwatch. And there doesn't seem to be much interest for those games on this channel. I don't know, maybe I need to just grow it in a different direction. But you guys definitely seem to like Elite Dangerous, that's for sure. I was even thinking about giving Star Citizen a shot. But I know there's a lot of controversy surrounding that game and its development, so I don't know if the $40 is worth it. I thought it was a little pricey, just in virtue of the fact that it's not a finished game either. It's basically in early access. In early access, I think it's alpha still or something like that. So. Alright, we're finally here. Let's see what we can see.
Core Dynamics, Mike, Oscar, Delta, Flight Control, online. Welcome, Commander. Request docking permission if you wish to land. Clearance granted. Proceed to landing pad 02.
Like I said, I know I'm going to definitely go for long range. Definitely going long range. It seems that range is definitely a big factor, especially when you're fighting shorter, more agile ships with fixed weapons at that. So I think we're going to go long ranged as far as mods, and I'm pretty sure I do not have all of the components that I need to fully max it out yet. I just want to get the blueprint pinned
Operation complete.
and sort of
System
take a
shut
look
down.
here.
Welcome, Commander.
Alright. Let's see, long range. So what do we got here? We've got short range, that's a no-no. Sturdy mounts and maybe. Overcharge, no, we already tried that. Lightweight, no. Efficient weapon. I don't know. Let's give long range a shot. I do not like the fact that for grades 2 and 3, you need modified consumer firmware. But that's going to be... them's the breaks, I guess. Alright, just about all of them are up to grade 2. Let's take a look at the experimental effects. God, I'm almost all out of materials. I'm toying around with a thermal conduit. I'm thinking about it. But I don't know if I want to go thermal conduit yet. We tried thermal conduit before. Thermal vent. Fuck it. Let's go thermal conduit. Just need some heat dispersion plates. Let's see, how many is that? Tempered alloys. Alright. Alright, we have our system. Let's auto launch. We'll hit into hyperspace and try and see if we can convert some of the materials we already have to get what we need to get those experimental upgrades.
Clear for departure.
Frameshift drive charging. 3, 2, 1, engage. Frameshift drive charging.
Hey Metal Storm, how you doing? Good to see you in here.
Fuel scooping. Frameshift drive charging.
Saw this build, this Death Star. It was called the Death Star build this guy was running. Of course it was for PvP, but he was running thermal conduit on an Anaconda with all heat sinks and the utility slot. It was really hilarious. I sort of want to do a variation of that on this ship, but I want to make it more sustainable. I'll be interested to see how fast the heat goes up with these beam lasers on long range.
Scooping.
Last time I had them on overcharged, so...
Fuel scoop disengaged.
Awesome, Metal. Well, thank you for watching. I appreciate it. Always helps the channel. Are you guys excited for Odyssey to come out? I've been pretty excited of some of the stuff that I've been seeing. I know there's been some controversy with some features that people have been asking to be added that they're not adding, but I'm really excited about atmospheric planets and the whole FPS system. I'm really interested to see how well they do with it.
Code Dynamics, Mike Oscar Delta. The Empire closely welcomes you. Please complete landing procedures within your allocated time slot. Approval granted. Set down on landing pad 206. Use of automated
Yeah, I had that thought too, Metal. I don't know. I don't know how they're gonna do it. I don't know if it's gonna be like a team deathmatch type thing, or whether different different squadrons have control over different planets or what. Who knows?
Landing gear deployed.
Alright, let's see what we can see here. Heat dispersion plates and thermic alloys.
System shutdown. We trust this facility will serve you well, Commander.
Was it thermic or tempered alloys? I think it was it? Yeah, it was tempered alloys. We need tempered alloys. Man, we got slim pickings here. Let's see, how many hard points do we have on this bad boy? See, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep, we got 7. So what is that? 35 tempered alloys we need. Okay, we have just enough tempered alloys. Heat dispersion plates, I feel like are going to be okay. I really feel like that should be enough for all the hard points. I really need to get out there and do some farming for some manufactured materials. I haven't done that in a while, as you can see.
Ship released. Please exit the station safely and promptly.
Yeah, I really did not like that in Fallout 4. The building aspect, it seemed like it was half cocked. It wasn't really fleshed out as well as it could have been.
Frameshift drive charging.
You are now clear of the station. Safe travels, Commander.
3, 2,
Now, after I get these experimental effects on these beams, we're going to go out to a hazardous resource extraction site and do some alpha testing, if you want to call it that. I don't expect it to be too much of a success because I only have like grade 1 or 2 long range on these beams. So don't expect too much, but we're just gonna see if it's just a little bit different, a little bit better than the pulse lasers or burst lasers that I was trying before that didn't really work out too well.
fuel scooping. Fuel scoop disengaged.
God, I wish I could really get those rapid fire pulse lasers to work out in a build. I really enjoy the idea of having extremely fast firing laser weaponry destroying hulls, but man, I tried so hard to make it work, and it just would not work.
Orbital flight engaged.
So basically, I did rapid fire pulse lasers. On, was it the Anaconda? Yeah, it was on the Anaconda. They were up to like grade 4. Grade 4, some of them grade 5. They just did not close in enough damage on hull. Shields were okay. Bringing down shields were pretty decent, but it just was not viable as far as damage for hull's concerned. Now I know there are some people that run phasing sequence on their pulse lasers, but I mean that's only really relevant till the shields go down, and you're firing lasers anyway, so shields are going to go down rather quickly. So I don't know what the deal is with that. I don't know if it was the ship that it was on, because it was the Anaconda. I don't know if it was engagement distance. I'm not sure, but it just was not working out.
Landing operation complete. Commence system shutdown. Welcome, Commander.
God, it looks like I have just enough, I believe. Alright, now it's just a matter of finding us a system with some rings in it so that we can test this bad boy out. Okay. We could just go back to Scotty, but I don't want to have to come all the way back out here for... Let's just go back to Scotty. If I have to come back out, I have to come back out. It's no big deal.
Takeoff procedure complete.
Shit, I probably should stop by Muraire and remove my shield boosters for heat sinks as well. That's probably going to be a good idea, because I know for a fact this thing is going to cook really, really fast with these beam lasers on there. I mean, we could test it out right here as soon as I get outside of range. Let's just see. I imagine the distributor draw is probably going to be ridiculous.
Flight control now offline. Goodbye, Commander.
Warning. Temperature critical. Warning.
The distributor draw is not that bad at all. I'm liking how quick the heat goes up, though. I'm really liking that. So, the way that I've heard it described is that with thermal conduit, the damage goes up per every, I think, 10%, or what is it, 10 or 20% for every above 10% you are on your heat level. That's going to be nasty.
Warning. Temperature critical. Warning.
Now you figure if I'm out here fighting, doing some dog fighting, right? Back off, do some maneuvering. That's more than enough time for my distributor draw. Yeah, that's good. That's good. It seems like that's going to be pretty decent. All right, let's head up to Marrere. Enough of my jibber jabbering.
Frameshift drive charging. 4, 3, 2, 1. Engage. Frameshift drive charging. Frameshift drive charging. Temperature critical. Fuel sync disengaged. Frameshift drive charging.
Yeah, that's why I was thinking about replacing some of these shield boosters with heat sinks. But then again, I mean, the hotter you are, the more damage you're doing with thermal conduit. So I don't know. We'll have to see what the payoff's going to be. I'm not really making this build for like a bounty hunter build. I'm more making it for a conflict zone missions build. So, in other words, I'm not really interested in like going out there and farming credits just by killing ships, but I use the hazardous resource extraction side, as you've seen in my videos, as testing grounds. wonder if I'm going to have to put an AFM on this thing.
Warning. Taking heat damage.
Come on, get out of range of that fucking star.
Frameshift drive charging. Four, three, two, fuel scooping. Fuel scoop disengaged. Frameshift drive charging. Four, three, two,
Good thing about this ship is that I've got repair limpets on here as well as part of the build. So if I think if I add some AFMs, I should be good as far as the personal damage I might be doing to my own ship by overcooking it. I don't know yet. I know this ship is limited as far as optional internals are concerned. So I'm running low on those.
frameshift drive charging. Four, three, two, fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete. Frameshift drive charging.
It's 2 jumps to Marere.
Two,
We'll do some last minute outfitting on the ship. And then we're off to Scotty to test this bad boy.
fuel scooping. Fuel scoop disengaged. Frameshift drive
hand over control.
Landing gear deployed.
All right, let's take a look at what we can see here. Okay.
Landing complete. Alight when ready. Our facilities are at your disposal, Commander.
All right. Repair limpet controller. Cargo rack 4. What do I want to do here? I'm going to have to replace something with an AFM. I really do not want it to be the planetary hangar vehicle because I go scavenging all the time for materials. Why don't we do this? Let's get rid of the planetary hangar vehicle.
Cargo hold at maximum capacity.
Alright, you guys ready to go test this bad boy out? Isn't that hilarious?
Scan detected. Scan detected. Scan detected. High integrity compromised. Shields offline. Taking damage. Flight assist off. Flight assist on. Target shields offline. Target shields offline. Wing. Taking heat damage.
Wow.
Destroyed.
Well, was not expecting that. That's pretty decent damage. We're gonna see if that translates here into the resource extraction site, but that guy went down pretty fucking quick.
Frameshift drive charging. 4, 3, 2, 1. Engage. Shields online.
Alright, give me some targets to shoot at. Well, there's an anaconda. I got my wish. Alright. So, couple thoughts. Love the damage. Absolutely love the damage. My shields are paper thin though, so we're gonna have to figure out some sort of we're gonna figure out something as far as that's concerned. But that thing was ripping through the hull of that fucking Anaconda, ripping right through it. Overly satisfied. Now I'm guessing after every fight I may have to do an AFM charge or something like that. I don't know. Let's try this Python. Let's see if we can get away with taking this Python out. Oh, that's clean. I'm liking it so far, though. Really liking it. Come on, give me some ships. Ironically, the hardest part was breaking through the hull of that, or not the hull, but the shields of that Anaconda, because the shield cell banks. It really wasn't the hull. The hull wasn't really that big of a problem, to be honest with you.
Scan detected.
I may get blown up here. Forewarning. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Let's do some AFM,
Scanner detected.
let's do some AFM charges. Okay, let's see if I can remember how to do this. It's been forever. Wish I knew which laser was malfunctioning. Yeah, I see that. I see him at 50% hull. I'm trying to figure out whether I want to stay and fight and test this thing out and let it just get blown up or head back. That was partially my fault. I made some piloting errors during that fight with that Anaconda.
Module repaired.
fucking awesome. So this worked out way better than the Anaconda version. Way better. I don't know if that's due to the maneuverability or the fact that we switched from overcharge to long range. I don't know, but this is working way better. I do know it's going to be a lot of maintenance. It's going to be a lot of maintenance because I happen to use the AFM. But look, if that's what it takes for me to put together a decent laser build, then I'm all for it, to be honest with you.
Target shields offline. Module malfunction. Warning. Temperature critical. Warning. Taking heat damage.
And he's down.
Target destroyed.
God damn. Oh good, there's a clipper. Wonder how many. Let's see what have I got. God damn, I've got 5 million I got to turn in just from 6th Interstellar Core.
Module malfunction. Scan detected. Under attack. Warning. Taking heat damage. Taking damage. Shields offline.
Oh, that hurt. I may have to jump out here.
Scan detected. Taking heat damage. Scan detected. Scan detected. Module malfunction. Scan detected. Module malfunction. Warning. Temperature critical. Module malfunction. Target shields.
Yeah, his shields are up. Let's go ahead and bail out.
Shields online. Frameshift drive charging. Four, three, two, one. Engage.
Overall, I think I'm really happy with this build. Again, it worked a lot better than the Anaconda version. The damage is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous for not requiring any ammo. I mean, the only ammo that I need is going to be like for heat sinks and AFMs. But that's not really that bad at all. those aren't really that expensive. Of course, on this run, the repair bill is probably going to be ridiculous just because this is the first time flying it. Wasn't exactly sure how well it was going to work out, but man, I'm absolutely overjoyed. Yeah, Metal, I was thinking about it, but I was at like, what, 35% hull, and I only had 2 beams that were not malfunctioning. So I didn't want to risk the 5 million that I have to turn in here for bounty hunting. Oh, loop of shame. Or not. Oh, come on.
Scan detected.
Holy shit. A Type 10? Oh, do I want to risk it?
Warning. Temperature critical. Warning. Taking heat damage. Infection charge detected. Warning. Cold rage attack. Taking internal damage. Target shields offline. Module malfunction. High integrity compromised. Module malfunction. Taking damage.
No, you bastard! God, if my beams were not malfunctioning, I probably could have taken that guy out.
Frame shield drive charging. Ready to engage. 4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
I think my docking computer is inoperable. I'm gonna have to fly this thing on a pad. I haven't done that in a while.
Docking request granted.
Could never find these pads on these fucking little outposts. There it is.
Landing gear deployed. Docking successful. Engines disengaged.
Alright, let's turn these bounties in.
Incoming message.
Alright, I think that's gonna about do it for this episode of the Try Hard Gamer. Sucking at Elite Dangerous. Thank you guys so much for watching Metal. Thank you for your interaction. I appreciate it. Ellen, thank you as well. You guys have a great and wonderful morning.